Hey everybody, welcome to Workforce Gaming. I'm Brad, here with Doug.
Hey.
Vampire Survivors just released on the Nintendo Switch, which, from what I heard prior to having played this for the last 10 to 15 hours of my life, was that, oh my gosh, this will be amazing when it's on Switch. This will be amazing when it's on Switch. And if you haven't seen Vampire Survivors, it is the most mobile flash game looking thing I've ever seen. And I'm just gonna be flat out and go, like, I did not understand what the hell people saw in this thing last year when it was like super big and all over the place. Didn't get it. So I was like, so you just walk around and just it does stuff for you. I just need my control stick. I don't touch anything else. That's it. And I didn't get it. Having played 10 or 15 hours of this thing, I love it. It's amazing. It's addicting. I get it.
No, that's awesome. Yeah,
just the basics of it are just, you literally just walk around and the game just shoots weapons for you. And they all fly out of your guy, and that's it.
Yeah, and like it's funny because it takes like one of the really basic mechanics I guess you don't really think about. One of the basic shmup mechanics is people keep comparing this to shmups, and like I think they're kind of wrong because they're saying it's all the bullets flying out of you. It's like kinda, but I think the thing that's more shmuppy about it is like this really fine dodging movement that's really fun to do, and it's really active. So it's like, yeah, you're not attacking, but you're doing a lot of like really active movements, like trying to find like these holes between the enemies, trying to like we were talking earlier, like about like, you know, when you stop time, try to find zigzag through this like maze of enemies before your, you know, time turns back on. I think the thing that's like really cool about it is like I think it's because it has that really active movement. The randomization is super fun to play with, especially as you get to learn the game. I'm actually surprised you like this game because it's a roguelike. Like,
yes,
in
it
the most
is.
truest sense of the room.
And that is so weird to me too, because and I think that's probably why I didn't get it at first too, is because it is very much that. It's all right, you just played it, now you can go, you get some money and you can level a few things up, but just play it again. But I think it's that shmup thing. I think it's that old arcade brain in me of it's just like, oh no, I played the game, I'm dead, okay, new quarter, let's go. I think that's more of my thought, more so than like, oh, I'm doing another run and I almost made it this time, because that randomization piece really does make me feel like, okay, there's a strategy and there's different ways to play and something different is happening each time. Like, okay, where I'm at right now, and again, I put it maybe 10 or 15 hours. I think you showed me your Steam page. I think you were 50 plus.
I was genuinely shocked. I thought I was going to be around 20 at most.
But anyway, I think just like I always pick my garlic guy. And that's the guy I'm going with every time. And then from there, it's like, okay, it's random. And every time it plays a little bit different because, oh, this time I got the lightning right away. Okay, well, that changes it. And then I keep getting stuff. And okay, well, I keep getting things I don't really like. So I leveled up my magic wand really far because that kept popping. So it's interesting, I think, to me in the sense of there's pure randomization. It's kind of pure chaos as to what's going to happen. Whereas I feel like in a normal roguelike, and again, I don't like them. They're not my thing. I haven't played many, all of that, so feel free to tell me I'm wrong in this. But
sure.
I feel like that is very much like, well, I got to go do the level again. I'm going to play the level the exact same way because I already have the best weapon. I just happened to make a mistake, and I lost those 45 minutes on that run, so started back over. Where this, I think that randomization of the way my character plays and all of them being correct, there's no best way to do it, I think is what's feeding me and to keep wanting to go.
I also feel like it's a little bit less feeling screwed over because, like you said, it's like, well, you know that those because what happens when you level up, you get to pick between like 3 options. Usually it's like new weapon, new item, or level up a weapon or item you already have. And a lot of the game is like, since you've gone through it a few times, you know which weapons you prefer and which ones you don't like. So there is it feels like a lot of player choice. Like every time you level up, you have a new choice that you're making. So it feels like sometimes with like roguelites, it feels like you'll walk into a room and get like almost insta kill because some weird enemy spawned or something like that.
Exactly.
But in this one, so like because you made all the decisions, plus at like 10 minutes something's going to happen. 15 minutes is going to happen. 20 minutes is going to happen. Maybe 25 and 30 minutes, a lot of shit's going to happen. So it's like pretty regulated on how the rhythm goes, and you can kind of play into that as you understand the game. And the thing that I really like about the game that we haven't really talked about is like you're kind of still in sort of like kind of the quote unquote not early stages, but like like I said, I put like 50 hours in this. And the thing I really, really like about this game is just the tons and tons of secrets and different ways to play it. I think I think I had like 50, I don't know, whatever, 40 hours. And I remember, I think about 2 or 3 days ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to see what levels I haven't unlocked. And I had, I don't know, 10 levels unlocked. And I noticed there was like 4 or 5 levels I hadn't unlocked. And it was cool, like seeing these like really weird, obscure ways of unlocking things or weird, obscure ways of unlocking characters. But I really enjoy that because it's like, because it seems like you get an unlock for every type of playstyle you try. It's like, oh, you tried using this weapon and you got really far and maybe you hadn't touched the weapon before. It's like, actually, well, now you can you've unlocked a character and that's their starting weapon. Or you walk to this weird place on the map that like you like went really far in the map on this like one hallway and it's like, oh, actually there was something at the end and that unlocks something. And I think people are going to have a bad time. And I think I told you this too. It's like, don't look up online how to unlock anything. Just because there's a million different ways to unlock. Yeah. I don't know if you had a bad time or not, but like, I just like that you keep running into unlocks. I think if you start trying to chase down unlocks, you're going to have a bad time. So so how do you feel about that?
Well, with that, I think I like, and again, I think this might come into my roguelike dislike, my roguelike dislike, because I liked knowing like what my goal was. Like, in this run, like in order to get past unlock the next level, I need to get to level 40 in this level. Okay, in order to get this, I need to go find this item in the map. And I think just knowing those type of things gave me more direction, more than just run around in a circle and try and hit the end time. I will say, I think that's another strength that this game has, is that there is so much more to it than when you look at it. Like I said earlier, I describe this as a boring ass Flash game looking thing, like mobile game thing, where you're like, oh yeah, just swipe over. There's so much more to it between weapon unlocks and the way that weapons combine to unlock new ones, relics and different items you find in there, the shop that you can kind of upgrade things, and just the way that it builds up. There's so much interesting things going on in the back end of this game that's more than just like, if I described it the way I started with, like, and that's what my opinion of this game was, there's so much more to than what you see going on. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it's fun because I was playing for like another 5 or 6 hours because I want to prepare a little bit for this review because I had played it, like, you know, I've been playing over the months and stuff. I had unlocked a new mechanic I'd never seen before, not even a weapon, but like a mechanic, and then I unlocked a character or some sort of very strange thing, and I got a cutscene which I had never seen before in 50 hours of playing this. I saw a small cutscene and I was like shocked. I was like, what was this? And then the thing we haven't talked about too is like, because I know you haven't gotten into it, is the DLC. The DLC just adds like 5 new levels, a handful of characters, a handful of weapons, and it all integrates in the main game. So the game just keeps getting bigger. It's like, it's this weird, with a lot of roguelikes, kind of what you're saying, it's like you beat level 1, like Hades, you beat level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it restarts. But in this one, it's just like a spider web of different things that you can go down. To me, it's like, it's hard even finding, like you said, like we were talking before, like trying to find like the final boss. It's like, well, actually, maybe my goal isn't to fight the final boss. It's to go really deep in this one level that unlocks another level that unlocks another level. That's not even the final boss, but maybe unlocked a cool item or something like that. Yeah. So it's just, it feels like it's just like a really nice spin on the roguelike, and I think mostly it's because that sort of spider webbiness of there isn't a goal necessarily, but there's all these just fun different side things you can kind of go down that all have like, and you get rewarded all of the time too.
Oh, you're constantly like, I mean,
I would make casino games before. Warning for folks.
And I think that's part of it is, you know, I mean, you play for like a half hour is kind of your session, at least from where I'm at. And I mean, in that half hour, you level up 40 to 60, 70, like you level up like every 20 seconds, especially, I mean, in the early going, it's like every 5 seconds, you're just leveling up, building your character. And it's just that constant sense of like, ooh, new thing, ooh, new thing, ooh, new thing, ooh, new thing. The one thing I think needs to be pointed out, and you mentioned the casino background of this, like those 5 reward chests might be one of the top video game things in the last like 10 years. Like when those things pop up, it's like the most glorious moment you can have in this game, and in most games, frankly. Like it's better than most other things that are happening in other games. It's just, ooh, I got 5 upgrades at one time.
Yeah, I think I described this game when I first talked about it as like, it feels like a slot machine. You're always winning. Like literally when you open the treasure chest, like literally a slot machine of weapons goes forward, and then like you're saying, it fans out into 3 weapons that are choosing, then 5 weapons that are going, and you're getting thousands of dollars of whatever
It's
currency.
amazing.
It is amazing.
Amazing.
It is. It's fun because it's kind of hard to tell. Like, is this a good game? Is this just touching the lizard brain part? But I think I think it's doing both things. It's being a really good game, and it's also, you know, hitting the casino button that's on everybody's brain.
At some level, we all have that button. Yes, that's very true, and I think that does hit it. The only other thing I really want to touch on with this is I'm playing the Switch version.
Yeah.
I put 10 hours into Tears of the Kingdom or so, 10, 15 hours into the Tears of the Kingdom. I am more impressed at the way my Switch handles this. Like, the fact that this thing isn't just a ball of fire in my hands, because it's just like the amount of just crap that's going on at any given time with how many projectiles you're launching and all the enemies around and things spawning and all this other stuff. Like, it's insane to me the way that this runs on Switch and the fact that it runs really well. I mean, I've had a slowdown here or there, but just in general, like, it just goes so well. I'm playing 95% in handheld because it's a perfect, just like, all right, I'm about to go to bed. I'll do a run really quick. Like, it's not gonna be no more than a half hour. Granted, then you do 3 and then you're, you know, it's midnight, but
yeah. That is actually super impressive because when I played it originally, it did not run great on my computer, and I have a gaming PC. So I was like, Switch, how? And then it's funny. I was reading the patch notes for the new PC first, like new engine, new this, new that, new this. Because it did. I think it started as like not a Flash game, but just like a really, really tiny thing that got really popular. And now it's like a full blown thing that's had like 3. It is cool because you get to play the version that's had like 3 years worth of work on it. So it's just this really cool package, and it's like less than $5 or whatever. It's insane. It's amazing.
I think I don't remember how much it actually is because I had like $3 in gold coins or whatever on my Switch. But yeah, it's like $5 around and it's easily one of the best games that's come out in the last couple of years. I mean, I completely understand the hesitation of people going like, is this the best game of 2022? I feel weird giving to it, but it just might be.
Yeah.
But we are Workforce Gaming. We try and get new videos up every Monday. Subscribe to our channel, leave a comment below, and we'll see you later.
Bye.